Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Amber.
I hate you like I'm young.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck. Fuck me! And that's when I noticed the cold breeze. The ankle's a little mean. I have been fingered sexually by 4 people in my life. My girlfriend behind my back was calling me Porcahontas.
What a crazy night, y'all, right? I'm saying that, not knowing if anything else has been posted since all that went down. I'm gonna film this and I'm gonna get some damn sleep. Thank you so much for tuning on in, you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, comment. So, I figured we'll check in here. I know that Jordy has done maybe 1 or 2 other phone calls with Tammy that we did not recap, but I feel like this one has something in it that really pushed Amber over the edge, along with the post that Tammy made, basically saying that Amber lied about the Casey situation, and then Amber basically confirmed. But figured we will take a look at Jordy's live stream. I pulled up relatively around the time that Tammy calls in, and we'll just hear her out. And yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be super long, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much again, guys. I know it's a very busy Friday, but I appreciate y'all hanging there. I have a feeling Poopy's going down soon. But yeah, that is the plan. I don't want to waste any time. So let's dive right on into this one, y'all. Shall we? Here we go.
You too. So to answer your question about the phone, it is true. I turned off my mom's phone. The reason why I did it is because I just got my mom a new phone. Got it all hooked up for her because she was constantly having problems with, her like real cheap phone that she had. And I was trying to bring her up to speed kind of thing. And then she was just going to pay me monthly for the service and insurance on it. And that didn't even last a month. So it was started on the 14th.
Starting off right away, messy. Love it. Honestly, the conversation about the phone is a null point in my opinion. Tammy was paying for it, so Tammy can decide when it shuts off. Point blank peer, Amber. That's the thing. Amber seems to expect for everyone to still bend over backwards for her or anyone else that she is in favor of that week, even if they're doing wrong by that person. That's not how life works, Amber.
Month. And so when everything happened, I'm 100% positive that this is the right decision for me. And so when the disowned statement, it is true for me on my side, 100%. I never want to talk to any of them again. But
Damn.
I'll continue talking about them until I feel I've talked enough, because it has
Period.
kind of therapeutic in a weird kind of way. And I have gotten a lot of support and different perspectives. And I can't express how overwhelming it gets at times to hear people understand and can put themselves in my place, because I haven't had that in a long time. So, there's sometimes that I watch some reactions, and when they're just getting it, they're absolutely getting it. You guys make so many comments that I'm just like, oh, well, not only am I being heard, but I'm being
Understood. And actually heard because people recognize it as well.
understood.
Right.
So I don't know when this will all end for me, but I know it's not anytime real soon, especially since her mouth keeps wanting to talk and talk.
T. Oh, I'm so ready.
She talks. So back to the phone thing, that's why I chose to do that. When my mother's first action after this all began was to say, I want my will back, I knew what she was trying to do, and that was just another manipulation. And I didn't fall for it, gave it back to her immediately. So then I just sent her a text and said, just a heads up, I'm going to need my phone back. At first, I did say I would give her to the 3rd of the month because that was the day that she...
Buy your grandma a phone, Pookie. No, exactly. Exactly. If her grandma really needs it that bad, then Amber, cough it up.
...paid me for the phone, even though she had gotten the service the 14th the month before.
So no wonder she had to take her blood pressure medicine. This happened last night. No wonder.
I was going to give her till the 3rd to get another phone and, get it all together and stuff. And then I guess the human part of me kicked in a little bit, the hurt part, the petty part. We all have a little bit of that in us at times. And
true.
That peaked its head. Because I can't get over the fact that my mother wanted my sister to find out after she was dead what she had done behind her back.
Well, to be fair, Christine has already whooped the brakes off her own mom once. I don't blame her for not wanting to deal with that bullshit when she was dead and gone, or until she was gone. You know what I mean? Like, be so fucking for real. Sorry, Aunt Tammy, but your mom wanted you to take that ass whooping, not her. She was like, I can't do that again.
And the fact that even after my sister and Amber found out this information, the fact that they still are like kind of doing what they're doing and like, oh, that's okay that she did that, because their whole goal is the house.
Yeah.
Oh, I fully believe it.
They're probably very happy with your decision.
Yeah, because now who else would it go to? I mean, shit, dog. I'd be flipping through the files, the family tree, like, who is there? There's gotta be a long-lost third cousin or something.
Yeah, and again, I never wanted it. I never wanted it. I mean, who would turn around, some money to put down, I would... and that's
period.
Thing. When it was a life insurance kind of thing, I told them whatever I got from it, I would just make a lump sum down on my house that I'm paying. So I really just was never ever concerned about the details. Apparently, they were a lot more than I even could imagine at that time. But that is why I made the abrupt decision. The very next day, I ended up suspending my mom's phone line, and the petty part of that was. I could put myself in my sister's place ever since this happened, when it got changed, how that would feel right after losing our mother to have to deal with that blow. And the fact that my mom wanted my sister to even feel any level of that made the petty part come out for me. So I wanted my mom to feel what I think would be like.
Okay, so it was more of like a dig at her mom to allow Christine, Amber's mom, to learn that information. Okay. It seems that Tammy's been doing a lot of lying for a lot of people. It seems like Tammy is who Amber thinks she is. Right?
100.
I lied to protect them.
Feeling when she went to use her phone and realized I had taken it away from her.
Oh! Messy. You know what? I never would have considered that we would be getting direct family drama with Amber. Ever. Between her mom, her grandma, her aunt. Never would I have believed that this would ever be possible. Lord, did we wish for this for years, to know the family tea. And look at where we are. You guys, dreams do come true. Fuck, man. I feel like We all must have collectively wished on a lot of stars over the years for this to happen, because god damn.
I think that that's fair. And I mean,
And isn't that like a little bit of a ironic twist? Amber, being the terrible person that she is, had to fall back onto her messy ass family, which I think she avoided for a certain period of time for that reason. She thinks of herself as probably above them. Oh, girly.
no obligation to facilitate
Exactly.
that for her. I mean, yeah,
No, she's a grown-up. She's a grown-up.
yeah, I mean,
I'm
but
going to try not to talk too much about my mom, just as the respective that she is my mom. She is who brought me in this world. But at the end of the day, she definitely has that mentality that titles are just given. You know,
Yeah.
like you should just respect her because she's your mom, and my grandkids should respect her because he's the grandma. Well, I've always said you have to earn that. You know, it does get given to you right out the gate. But you kind of have to keep earning it to keep those titles, you know?
See, well, this is where I feel like it gets a little tricky. Like, obviously, don't be downright nasty and disrespectful to someone that's doing something for you. Obviously. Like, not to be someone that holds a favor or anything like that over someone's head, but have human decency, right? A basic level of respect, and then we're good.
So it gets a little messy along the way.
I do think that it's shitty that Amber-Lynn brought this information out for everyone to hear, trying to make you look like the bad guy.
Well, of course it is, but that's to be expected of Amber. That's why no one in her audience at this point anymore really gives a fuck, right? I mean, right? Amber literally came out and said one of the most vile, nastiest things about Tammy, and her audience was like, hold up. You're going to need to provide proof on this. Granted, I think most creators, or I hate to even say creators because that's lumping so many people that never partake in this type of drama bullshit. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. My brain feels so fried from everything that's going on. It's just messy, but let's continue.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'll continue. But when I say I have no skeletons in my closet, nothing that I haven't said or would be willing to share.
Well, Amber said, I hold my beer.
I'm no fear whatsoever. When she says square up, I say square up times two. Come on, bring it. Bring your best shot because I got so much and you literally have nothing on me.
Oh.
She's going to try to make the storyline as if she does, but she truly doesn't. So,
Yeah. I and
no worries.
a lot of the people watching all of this, we had to laugh when...
Hold on. Watching this in retrospect of what has now been said is a little crazy. Oof. Oh.
Saw Amber-Lynn say, oh, I'll talk to her, and I'll talk to her real good, square up. And then when you guys finally had a conversation, she sat there in silence and cried.
Yeah.
Well, she had to play the victim.
That was something to me. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I haven't laughed over that a few times. I've never had someone tell me to square. I'm not that kind of person, by the way. I'm not really like that ghetto line kind of person.
Okay, easy. Easy, Tammy. Easy. Your sister is, though. Beat her own fucking mother. God damn. That's the thing, like... You know, to each their own. If Grandma-Lynn has forgave her for that, then whatever. But it doesn't seem like she really has, so...
You know, it's just not me. But I mean, if you outright call me out in front of thousands of people and you think I'm not going to show up, I think she's...
WWE in the Chinese buffet parking lot. Bitch.
difference now because I'll show up every time, especially when it comes to, you talking about me or my family. And I think she's done her fair share of that. And, over the years, I've sat back and I've let this pass and I've let that. We've talked about it, and now it's just, I just can't handle it. And she just don't stop, though.
This will continue to go on for a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Amber
I called
does.
my husband's mom today, and I said, what do you think? What button do you think Amber could push right now to just send me another,
Well, I think we found out. And I ain't going to repeat it. I ain't. Honestly, it caught me very off guard. I didn't think we were going to go there. I'm not going to repeat it. If the conversation continues, though, if Tammy does make a statement on it, we will hear her out. I think that's very fair. By repeating it, go watch the video from last night. That's all I'm going to say, you guys. And huge trigger warning. Huge.
She said, talk about Brian, my husband, because I love that man more than I could have. God answered my prayers with my husband. So I am very protective, and she knows that. I love him more than anything in this world. And so that's why the update about, which I think is so funny too, the buffet thing. Yes, I seen her at the buffet. People are like,
I'm sure, Tammy. I'm sure. She's probably there multiple times a week. I don't think Brian, the husband that she's currently with, is the one that Amber is alleging did that stuff. I have a feeling that it was probably the abusive husband that Tammy left, and Amber's leaving that information out on purpose. She didn't specify which husband it was, so...
How did she see you at the buffet? So Amber thinks it's real funny to me because she was there. And I get what that insinuates, right? Who am I to say, haha, she was at a buffet when I was there too? The difference is, number one, I'm not 600 pounds.
Period.
Number two, the reason why we go to this
Period.
particular restaurant, it is my absolute favorite. It has every option that you could think of. Not everyone likes everything, but this particular restaurant has literally everything you can think of.
Okay, Tammy. Okay. Pop off, queen.
So no matter if you're on a diet, if you're carnivore, if you're keto.
Oh, so if you're on a diet, you can get healthy food there? Oh, interesting. You know damn well Amber ain't choosing that.
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. You can be there happy and get your choices. So that's why we go there a lot. And so we just happen.
Go away, Amber. You're just a gray like us here.
Getting off work that day, and on some days of work we get paid to eat depending on what the job was that day, so we choose there. We just happen to be at the same place at the same time. But my answer to that was, let's compare plates. I'm on Mongolian grill, healthy.
Let's compare plates. You know what? Say what you want. I love it when Tammy gets like this. Petty.
Beef and shrimp. You're in deep fried sections. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Oh,
Let's compare plates. I like that.
Period.
For any day of the week. I got so many pictures of the foods I eat, because I'm just that person. I take a lot of pictures of what I eat, and there's times that, I have to calculate it, and there's just a lot to it. But yeah, I guess that's just kind of more receipts. I got what I eat.
When Amber was at the Chinese buffet, does she get up and make her own plate, or does she...
Oh, good question, Jordy.
Have your sister make it for her and bring it back to the table?
Okay, so the very first time I seen Amber, she was at the buffet getting her own whatever. I couldn't tell you what she was getting, because actually when I realized it was her, I kind of froze for a second, because I was...
What do you mean when you realized it was her? Please. I'd know that shelf from anywhere.
didn't know how to process how I was feeling in that moment.
If I ever had the misfortune of running into Amber, it would never happen. It never happened. I have no plans on ever going to Oklahoma. And unless she moves to wherever I'm at, it ain't gonna happen. But I would literally, like, run out of there. I don't know. It would... I would just be like... Ah! Ah! No.
So I don't know what she was getting, but she was definitely getting whatever.
Definitely fast enough that I won't catch a whiff. Fucking A. That's probably my worst fear, is not seeing Amber in person, it's smelling her. Because once that's, like, in there, you know, like, your smell receptors really get a hold of it, I'm afraid I'd never be able to get it out of my head.
And after that, I didn't see her go up until she was exiting.
Like, when Destiny talks about it, the swamp ass, the stank, you can see in the face that she makes. She can still smell it in her head. It's still lingering all those years later.
Now, going 100% on hearsay, but hearsay that I would believe in the situation, my mother would tell me that she has my sister go up and get her, I'll just say, additional plates.
Okay, period. That's what I would expect. That Amber will go up, get her first plate, browse and see what she wants, and then tell her mom what she wants on the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh plate. I don't know if it's that many, but no, I'm sure.
Because she is embarrassed to have people see her go up multiple times or what she puts on her plate.
Amber, be so fucking for real. You should be way more embarrassed that you have your mom go and get it for you and bring it back for you. You think people aren't noticing that? Come on.
Oh.
And you know, this is becoming more and more clear why they don't want me around. It was like they could keep me around in the background to do what they wanted me for, right?
To drop off a
not
vape.
Really in their life.
Jordy, now's not the time.
Because I would have said, like, what are you doing eating that? You know, like, what the heck? And it's becoming more and more clear.
Okay. Tammy has kind of always been the person that Amber wants to lean on when it comes to support with weight loss. It really was. It was always Tammy from the beginning and in the background through most of the years, I believe. So, yeah, it seems like she would... Sorry, I have the hiccups. Seems like it would be Tammy that's, like, the only one really trying to keep Amber accountable to anything. I don't know. I don't know if it's to be fair, but we also know how Amber is. If she's full-blown abusing her mom and grandmother and just being a total raging lunatic whenever they would say no, that's going to condition them to not say no, right? I mean, what's worse? Someone that will put up a fight for you because they want better for you, or someone that's just going to, you know, passively sit by and allow it because you're not worth fighting for in their opinion? Huh? Which one's worse, Amber? I'm asking Amber because I think we all know which one would actually be worse.
She wants people around that she can bulldoze.
Yes.
Yeah. And another thing through all this I've noticed, and this may sound, and I'll probably get chewed up for this, but it's a lot of processing for me right now. And when you see things a lot differently, some things become more clear and other things bring up other questions, you know? So at times I'm like, what the heck is in common with these 3 women in my life that would, you know, add to this equation because it just seems so, it gets very overwhelming in my brain sometimes trying to just understand. And it comes down to one word.
All the spaghetti emojis, you guys.
And I never thought I would say this, but it's jealousy. It's misplaced jealousy, but it is. My mom is jealous of me and has said it out of her own mouth. She has said things like, and this is when I constantly showed up for Amber when no other person gave a damn. I watched her videos. I text with her. I just tried for years and years, as you guys have started to see and will continue to see.
Well, we didn't really see it when it was happening, but now that we know what we know, it makes sense then, right? Whenever Amber was like, oh, I've got this workout buddy or this friend that I share recipes with, blah, blah, blah. I now think that all those years, it was just Tammy in the background of everything.
See, that's my mind gets so full. My mom would say things like, you're already the best daughter, the best wife, the best mother, the best sister. You don't have to be the best auntie too, was their exact words. And I didn't really take it at face value there. It's like she gets jealous over all the things that I do for my family. Because the difference is I not only show up, I suit up. You know what I mean? I'm present. And I buy a lot of their needs based on love, not...
It very much sounds like Tammy is kind of like a blueprint almost for kind of this persona that Amber has wanted to portray all these years. Right? And now I did see some comments earlier in the day between when this live stream happened, talking about how Amber basically stole all of Tammy's stories and everything, and I didn't fully understand what y'all were saying with that, but now I'm starting to see it, and I'm almost at a loss for words. I don't know how Amber continues to out crazy herself at every single turn, dude. It's very crazy.
For show. You know, my mom will buy one thing one time and be like, well, remember that time I bought them that dress? Okay, they were 8. They're 19 now. You know, something like that. It's just crazy stuff. So I have a relationship.
Very Amber-Lynn coded.
And did even with the other daughter that we don't talk about off and on, she's always been my troubled person. We always have like a kid that you just have problems with. Most people do. She was mine. But I've always tried with my kids. I've always showed up. I've never lost my kids. I've never abused my kids. I tried to spank my child once, and that was hilarious. That didn't go well. So, you know, it's just like we're very, very different. I don't know if you guys know.
Side-eyeing that comment.
But my mom did not raise me or my sister. I have no childhood memories with my mom in my home. Not one. I've never had a mom and a dad. I called my dad my super mom. He got the Mother's Day gifts, you know. Many years my mom was troubled, and there would be long periods of time where I wouldn't know where she was, and I would have to call my grandparents and say, have you heard from them? Sometimes they had, sometimes they hadn't.
Okay. So this is a long lineage of kids just not really being set up for any chance of success unless they throw in a shit ton of work. Which, fair, everyone has to do that. But, look at Tammy. She's done the work. It doesn't seem a lot of her family has.
I moved in with my mom for the first time at 14. My dad had made some really big mistakes and was leaving California, and I didn't want to go with him because I was very, very involved in cheerleading and speed skating and school stuff. And so I moved in with my mom for the first time. I won't get too deep into that, but as I said once before, I was pregnant at 16, married at 16, and I had my first daughter at 16. So that was quite a whirlwind, and that was under the care of my mother. So that says enough in itself. And then I went to Florida when my daughter was 1 month old, and that was the end of my mom for 11 years. And then she came and seen me in Florida. She stayed a weekend. When I decided to move away from Florida, which that's a bigger picture, another story, I came to Oklahoma in 98 because my mom wanted to build our relationship after her not being a mom all this time. My mom, over the years since we've been here, has apologized to me a few times. Unlike the other ones, I don't rub it in her face.
I need to take some Rolaids. This is giving me heartburn, y'all. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Oh, you know what? Just when you think your family might be fucked. Good lord. The reed's coming in hot.
Don't bash her. I don't put her down. In fact, I say, thank you for the apology, Mom, and it's okay. You know, none of us are perfect. We all try our best. And, you know, we're here now. So let's just enjoy life now. That's the...
Okay. Listen, it is that simple sometimes. It just takes the other person to recognize that they see that they have hurt you.
mentality I had.
Amber never does that.
Played victim like Amber does because of her childhood. There was a lot of drugs and abuse and voids in my life too. And that just makes a huge difference in us. And I think that adds to the jealousy that I have been able to do that. I've been able to go to 16 years of counseling. I had a lot of success on keto, over 130 pounds weight loss. So I'm going to be sharing my before and afters with you guys just so you can get a picture of that level of support that I tried to offer and show her the whole way. She was there the whole way, but she continued to put it down, really, every chance she got.
Jealousy is an interesting concept that you bring up because it brings me back to when you and Amber were talking and she said to you that you're actually the one who is jealous because she and her mom have such a good relationship. So it's just interesting to hear.
There's no jealousy there. It's what I always wanted. That's not jealousy. I am hurt. Like I said, when we got to the end of the road, I was left there and they kind of drove off kind of thing. You know, that's not what I had planned all this time. So there's not jealousy. It's more hurt. It's just.
No, 1,000%. That's very valid.
God, but then understanding why would they not want me around makes more sense now.
Yeah, and you know what? Do you have anything to add to that thing where Amber said that she couldn't spend time with you unless it was with your sister in attendance as well? Like, what did she think was going to happen? Like, you were going to do something, or?
Yeah, it's just another stupid ass excuse. Because number one, at that point, I've known her better than her mom. We had a constant relationship, you know what I mean? If anyone that she should have felt comfortable with, it would have been me. And especially, you know, to meet the family after this, it's not like I was a stranger at that point. You know what I mean?
True.
My kids and my grandkids, I get it. But that's not what we were talking about, you know? So she just used that. And more as I just open
I think Amber was afraid to meet Tammy because she knew Tammy would stand on business with her. Like, she has her entire life. Like, I think too much is not how Amber portrays it to be. And if Tammy were to see that, you know damn well Tammy would say something about it. I'm not necessarily saying she'd say something to us at the time, but she would have said something to Amber. And that would have been end of the road.
She wanted me to know her real life, how she acts, what she does, because she knows I went to Kiwi years ago, so that has to stay in her mind somewhere.
Oh, I'm
that
sure.
I'm capable of doing it again, and then here we go. Fast forward, here I am. So it wasn't,
Well, I don't even think it was necessarily about that. I also think it was her use for Tammy. And I feel terrible saying that because family should not look at family that way. But, excuse you, Gooby. But, she got her use out of her. Tammy was the bridge to persuade Amber's mom to allow her to go there, to allow her to invade on the lives of her family, people that she hadn't wanted a relationship with really for years until it benefited her. So
probably a bad decision on her. But, she could have changed too and been a better person, and then you wouldn't worry about other people doing that. Why can't you just be a good human?
And she keeps saying over and over again, "Oh, what did you do? What did I do to you in the last 2 years? What did I do?" If somebody told me that I couldn't spend time with them unless it was being supervised with another, I wouldn't want to have a relationship with them.
True.
Yeah.
So now she's saying, "Oh, well, I tried reaching out. She set the tone when she said, no, it has to be supervised with your sister.
Yeah, and mind you, that was in the beginning of October, right, when she first came to Oklahoma City. And then I didn't get to see her till November, till Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, she had already been there, at least a month to a month and a half. And the fact that I didn't get to see her except that first night that she got here when I got to see her girlfriend the one and only time, that just hurt. I was like, I don't understand why. And then...
Damn. And now that Alexis is back with and friends with Amber, we ain't going to hear any more about the whole held the knife up to wifey, anything like that. Because that rumor came from Alexis. And while I don't trust Alexis, I do trust some of the things that she tells us about Amber. Because when she comes out and she's scorned and hurt, I do believe she's telling some of the truth. I think a bit of it is very highly motivated by her want for Amber, but I tend to believe some of the shit that Alexis says. If it's not true, then it's because Amber lied about it. Get what I'm saying?
Here through my mom. Oh, well, her and her mom went to the museum today. Her and her mom did this, and I'm just like, why wouldn't they invite me? That's just so weird. And that's how it all started. And then, I stay pretty busy, so sometimes, we'll be here today, and then I'll be busy for 2 or 3 days with work-related stuff, and then it's like, oh, wow, no text, no call. I talk to my mom, they're doing this, and I'm just like, okay. And I even have messages where I'm like, I'm glad you're spending time with your mom and getting some time together. It wasn't jealousy. I just didn't want to be totally kicked to the curb, and that's what happened.
Right.
Valid.
And then the cruising, I think, is another aspect that she's jealous of. I cruise a lot, so therefore...
What? Okay, for any of the other Rainbow Mafia in the crowd, she ain't talking about that cruising, because I see Jordy's face, even he's like, huh? Oh my lord. Sometimes I gotta bring my brain back out of gay world for a second. I was like, what? What? Aunt Tammy cruising? What? I'm not explaining it, alright? If you know, you know.
I get to experience the world. I get to...
like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Jordy's like, what is she talking about?
Cruising means something entirely different to me.
cruising queen confirmed. Find her at your local Pittsburgh rest stop. Jordy.
I've been watching a lot of videos, and when I came across one of Snowflake Raisin's,
Oh my god.
I guess some story she wrote. It's all based on a cruise ship. I was just like, oh wow. But I think that's just another.
OMG, I thought Cars too. That's not what we're talking about. Oh my god.
Thing, because she obviously can't do those things. She obviously can't, climb
OMG, Jordy, not cruising in the Hobby Lobby.
waterfalls and walk on the bottom of the ocean and scuba
What?
dive and do all those things. So she hears me doing them.
I think she could find her way.
It's resentful.
Now, Tammy, I think she could find her way to the bottom of the ocean.
I knew you were going to say that. As soon as I said what I said, I knew.
I love it. You know what? I love it. Oh my god, this is just like the shit talking sesh that Tammy fucking needs.
That she could find her way to the bottom of the ocean. On Thanksgiving,
We're all evil.
when you were seeing her of 2023, did Christine make her plate at Thanksgiving?
Oh,
No.
Oh, she made her own plate. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think she did.
All right. One or two.
I really couldn't tell you. I haven't just, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Oh. Another thing that's come up, I got a call from, this person sent this to this person sent this, and then I get a call, and yada yada, and
listen, it's a lot of he said, she said, but I'm here for it.
I also got a text about Amber saying I was doxing her. And I kind of knew what doxing was from obviously being around on YouTube a little, but I wanted to make sure I understood what doxing meant.
Okay, y'all let me know. Y'all informed me that Amber said Tammy was doxing her because Tammy said that Amber lives on the first floor, confirming what we already knew. But literally, Amber has to lie about every insignificant thing.
So, of course, look it up, and I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, what? And then I realized what she was referring to, and it's just another thing of deflection. Like, holy crap. Like, it's so stupid. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the doxing part on my thing is just confirming that she doesn't need to take an elevator down to take Twinkie outside or to get DoorDash.
Which we all knew. She's said it before and shown it before. She's literally dumb.
And confirming that she lives on the first floor.
Yeah.
That's not really doxing because, number one, it's on video on her things, the window right behind her.
Period.
Ground level. And there's another video where my sister has knocked on her window. What is my sister, 15 feet tall or 25 feet tall?
Period.
3 feet tall, like how tall is she? So it's not really saying information that's not already out there. Now, if there was apartments that had, 10 floors, and I was to be like, she lives on the 8th floor, and then you were to call around Oklahoma City and see how many apartments have that many floors, then I can see it getting a little messy. But to say someone lives on the ground...
I mean, I guess. Not too many tall buildings out there, guys.
Floor? I think all apartments have a ground floor.
People have also suggested that perhaps she's in an disability compliant apartment because
I think she's in a retirement community and they just have apartments that are for also listen, anyone can get an apartment in a retirement community. You can be in college and you can apply for one. You can. They might not allow you, but you can. They have listings out there.
Just things like the lowered countertops and the bar in her bathroom and things like that.
I was considering it for a moment because I was like, shit, it's the cheapest place.
She is in an apartment in that kind of situation, of course.
Knew it. I mean, duh. It's another one of those things. It's like, Amber, we have eyes, dude. The fuck?
Didn't ask for it. That's what she got. That's not what she ordered.
That's not what she ordered? Okay. But she made sure to pick out the specific number. That's what she said, y'all. Do you remember that? She wanted to make sure she could have the specific number that she wanted. Shut the fuck up.
They did put her in like a disability compliant one.
I guess she would consider it, as far as I know, yeah. With everything that you've said and what I've seen, I'd say yes.
Oh.
I mean, I would say, yeah, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But yeah, no, she uses doxing very loosely. I wouldn't listen.
I have no fear.
Yeah, there was a time where someone talked about one of her doctors and
literally her address, her actual address was leaked online years and years ago. Nothing ever happened.
It was like a public...
It should never happen. It should not happen. I'm saying that now because in the off chance, it could lead to something bad. However, it hasn't, and that's not what happened.
And she said, "Oh my God, you doxed my doctor."
After she already said, "Guys, I'm seeing a famous bariatric doctor. Who the fuck else would it be?"
I don't think she knows what that means. I think somebody took a picture.
I think she doesn't know what a lot of things mean. And yes, you could say like, oh, she's just doing it to be this or that. Listen, I think Amber happens to just get lucky with her manipulation coming off as smart. She's dumb as a fucking rock. And I don't think she knows what half of these things mean. Which is why she's going to talk her ass into a fucking lawsuit like she already did.
Jade walking Twinkie one time, and she said that was doxing.
Well, now I really don't have to worry about her suing me, or Jordy, or Snowflake, right? Right? She's going to be real busy.
I mean, I guess she can show and tell everything under the sun, but anyone that says anything against her or about her is another story.
A thing that we were talking about last week is when Amber-Lynn was reaching out to you to drop off vapes, what types of vapes were they? And were they the type of vape that you are?
Listen, Tammy's coming in with like storyline level tea. And Jordy's just asking the nitty-gritty questions of like, but did she get her own plate at the buffet? I love it. It's so fucking petty. Like, okay, you're covering the major bases, but Jordy's going to make sure all the minor ones are covered as well.
Able to get because you have a certain type of card?
Yes, I have the medical marijuana card, and so does several members of my family.
Oh, Amber, interesting. I made the same face. Interesting.
You would think Amber would get one, right?
Oh,
Not very hard.
I mean, I'm sure it's not. The only reason I never went through the process of getting one in Vermont is because it was eventually going to be legal.
Very hard at all.
Oh.
It's sad to say, I do have legitimate diagnosis but it's so, how do I even say
You don't need to justify yourself, Tammy. You don't need to justify yourself or your use. Absolutely not.
It's a joke. The medical cards here is an absolute joke.
Yeah.
It's another way to have to pay another fee to get what you're going to do anyway, kind of thing, right? You literally get on a video screen most of the time or sit in front of a doctor that you've never met from a day.
Listen, I fear that she's afraid people are going to judge her for that. I mean, I know I'm not. Definitely not. So, just came in from a nice little walk with the Goobert. Might have had a puff or two.
He asks you, what are you going to use for your reason? You tell him, he signs the paper, and you go get it. I mean, it's a crock. So the fact that she doesn't even have one.
Listen, Jordy's here for the tea, and Aunt Tammy's here to have a talk, all right? This is a phone call for her. She's sitting at the kitchen table. The cord, the really curly cord, is still connected to the wall, stretching across the room. She's just kind of twirling it there, maybe scribbling on a little notepad nearby. One light overhead on in the kitchen.
It's just crazy to me. Because why would you want to do stuff like that and have a chance of getting in trouble because you're not legally doing it when you could easily legally do it?
I mean, I guess. Listen, I don't give a shit if Amber's doing it legally, illegally. I don't fucking care in that regard. Do whatever the hell you want, my guy. But I don't know. I don't know what my butt is on that. I don't know. So she hasn't been smoking Delta 8 then? Okay. That makes me feel a bit better. Like, what fucking ever, girl. But look at you, plumping up again.
Oh, well, it's out of laziness. I mean, it could be so.
Oh, 1,000%. It could be as simple as just write your name on this piece of paper. And Amber would be like, Mom!
Very easy to go and get it. It's just the fact that it takes a little bit of effort. It's like the same thing of why she didn't vote.
Yeah.
Period. So anytime that Amber comes on daring to speak about political shit, this or that, just remember, she can say all that she wants about Trump. However, it wasn't enough for her to vote against him. All I'm saying.
Oh, let me touch on something before I forget. This little picture that she's trying to portray since this has happened with her relationship with her and my mom. Now, I have not seen or heard or talked to any of them, right? But I know it is just another show because I know my mom. I know her feelings towards Amber. And the whole time, let's just go the last year, because that's when really things started, where I was seeing documented proof of my mom's illness. Never called and texted her to check on her. Wouldn't answer my mom's text over and over and over again. Phone calls. My mom would talk to my sister about it. It was a big, major ordeal. So how do you go from that? And when she said, "Oh, we're gonna hang out with my grandma," now I can't give you an exact number, but I would say.
Wait. I don't want to take away from the seriousness. Medicinal 20 piece. Fuck out of here. Oh my god. I caught that right before it disappeared, and I was like, wait. Oh my god, spaghetti flavored vape. Oh my god. Y'all kill me.
10 to 15 times in 2 years.
Mm.
It's not really like that much.
The fact I could be hitting the same kind of cart as Amber makes me violently angry. Leaves Stazio. Oh my god.
And it would be them coming over, maybe playing a game, and then it's always food and bingo.
She made it
Amber's
seem like she was
always
spending
in a
a...
hurry to leave to go get the food and bingo.
Oh, it was like, okay, we have to go spend time with Grandma, and the only reason why she would go through with that is because she got food after.
Absolutely. And
Ah.
also, I think a big part is that there's no way she could use the bathroom at my mom's house. I've always wondered how that worked out. Impossible.
I don't even think she could use the bathroom at her own place.
Impossible.
Backyard?
Impossible.
Backyard, maybe.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but
Yeah.
You're lying. You're lying. Damn, Amber probably gets walked more than Twinkie.
in the house, in the bathroom that's in the house. Impossible.
Oh.
It is the smallest bathroom I have ever seen in my life.
Hmm. Oh, so it's very similar to the ER, like, oh, let's go to the ER because we get Denny's after.
Probably.
Oh, my.
Probably.
Well, thank you for clarifying on the vape thing. I know that was a lot of people were wondering about that.
Yeah.
Because we were wondering, I mean, why didn't she just DoorDash the vape? Why didn't she have to, like, why did she need you to do it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's because when she first got here, she just thought she was good. You know, she just wanted to have that. And I don't even know. I know the very first
Damn, so how's she gonna continue getting that?
time she came here, I had one and she got it. But I don't think I ever actually bought one and gave it to her. And I used to tell my mom all the time, well, she needs to get a card. She needs to get a card, because when my mom would ask, and then my mom.
That's also asking Tammy to do something illegal for you, Amber. Now, I ain't a stickler on drug rules like that, but I don't agree with putting someone else at risk. You know what I mean?
And then that was it. I was like, get it first. That ain't my problem.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have asked family that had no, interest in partaking or anything like that to go and break rules for me, or look at it as like buying someone who is not allowed to drink alcohol.
With it, you know? So.
Yeah, because I mean, that puts you at risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And at first I didn't even think twice. I think I got caught up over it with Amber. I mean, it's just weird. And when you first get legalized here too, it is a transition. You're so used to, because I'm not going to lie, I smoked it before I was legal too. Like pretty much everyone that smokes it, either you do or you don't. I just legally smoke it now is the only difference. So I really didn't put a lot of thought into that one. I'm really trying to remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure I gave her the one I had. I don't think I've ever bought her one, but not that it's any better, but I'm just trying to be 100% honest with that. But yeah,
All right.
That's about it for that. But the whole thing with my mom's cancer is my sister or Amber never called and checked up on her or, made sure she was okay. It's been me the whole time. So now if they are going around.
Smoke it if you got it. Oh my god, y'all fucking kill me. I fear that I would never be able to do a live again because the way that Gore World is so fucking hysterical, I would just be cracking up the whole time. That's also something I find really, really hard. So I give props to Jordy for how he kind of balances it out. But like, I want to read every single one. Because what y'all say is freaking hysterical. But like, it's so hard to do that and balance doing a reaction, right?
More that it truly is just trying to get that house.
Oh yeah, they
Which
want the
is
house.
just so gross to me.
Yeah,
I don't think Amber even gives a flying fuck about the house, to be honest. I really don't. She wouldn't be able to use it.
So gross. Yeah.
Out of all of this, that's what they're taking from it.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm sure Amber's going to love to bring up the past with my mom with cancer. My mom did lie years and years and years.
Damn, so that is true. Well, hey, we know where Amber got it from then. That is something that Amber said, that her grandmother lied about cancer, and Tammy's confirming that.
About having cancer, and it became a very big thing in our family.
Well, duh.
When I found out that it was not true back then. It was, she had Barrett's esophagus, which is precancerous, things that could turn into cancer.
I'm gooped. Which is, what, the esophagus version of what Amber had?
Not what she was saying. She was living and speaking as if she had cancer, and she told her family, friends, everybody that.
Well, to be fair, that is what Amber did.
She literally would tell my children, well, I don't know if I'll be here next year. Well, I don't know if I'll be here next Christmas. And it was constant.
Oh, good Christ.
And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's a parent in this world that would want their kids around a woman that talks about dying every single day when there's no documented proof that it was really happening, So my father...
Sounds familiar, right?
Was actually truly dying. My dad years...
Precancerous cells with the chair!
Ended up moving back in with me for his final time. I didn't know, but by the time he moved in, he passed within 4 months. Hospice in my home. It was one of the hardest times, I think truly the hardest time of my life. And during that time, my mom wanted to keep lying about having cancer, trying to take the focus off of my father onto her. She wanted me to put him in an old folks home, assisted place, and let him die there because it would be too much work for me.
Jesus. Good Christ. Oh my God. I fear that Auntie needs her own auntie. Okay. She needs an aunt to be able to call and talk to about this. Oh my God.
To do it at home. She may have been right. It was hard, but no, I said no. And I even told her that.
Sensing some genetic evil here. No, dead ass. Is her grandma like Eva Braun? Like, what the fuck? Sorry, that was probably inappropriate to say.
Well, you just remember that when it's your day. That you wanted me to put my dad in a home. Maybe I'll consider that for you.
Is that Pappy had a heart attack today? No, I don't think it's that Pappy.
Because what had happened is I think I started getting very, very nervous about losing both of my parents. I knew my dad was dying within days, and my mom kept saying she's dying, but nothing to support it, no proof, And so I did the unthinkable. I did. I called her doctor.
Listen, y'all, I'm running on very little no sleep right now, but it is so worth it. I'm wide awake for this. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on for, but I'm freaking here for it.
The time I was her medical proxy, and I was as honest as I could be. And I even told them, I don't know if I'm just so afraid right now because I'm fixing to lose my dad, and I may be afraid of losing my mom. I could be in so much denial right now that I need to hear it from you guys that my mom has cancer, because either I need help or she needs help, but one of us needs help in this equation. And on the Bible, they got so mad and upset because my mom even did that to me. They said they spent 45 minutes talking to my mom her last visit, telling her everything to support the fact that she did not have cancer. My mom is a hypochondriac. Talk about...
Yeah, that sounds awfully familiar, huh? So no wonder Amber came out and said what she did then, right? Right? Because Aunt Tammy not only proved that Amber was lying about Casey, which then Amber basically confirmed, but she also is now giving extreme validity to Amber being just like Grandma-Lynn and having lied about cancer as well. Damn, I would say you made your bed, go lie in it, but y'all should be in that bed together like the fucking, literally the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Cozy on up in that fucking dumpster, because y'all are all fucked. Jesus Christ. Tammy, be little Charlie and just run away. Go on to a better life.
Showing symptoms and having the diagnosis, she is the queen.
Oh.
And so I had the whole...
Listen, I gotta commend Jordy, because how many times has the weight of Girl World just fallen onto his shoulders just raw like this in a live? This guy. Oh my god. I don't even know how I'd navigate that.
got in because I was losing my dad. And then I lost my dad on December 11th. After the holidays, I have kids. I have grandkids. You have to hold it together. And then finally, the day after Christmas, I'm like, I don't want to take this into the new year. I'm tired. And I confront my mom face to face sitting at her kitchen table. And I said, Mom, call the doctor. This is what they said. Why did you do that? And you know what she did? She yelled at me and said these exact words. Are you, well, I'm going to say the effing instead of the full word. I'm trying not to cuss so much, but are you effing happy, Tammy? Are you...
Don't cry, Jord.
Effing happy that you found out I don't have cancer? Yelled at me. And I was like,
That sounds like something fucking Amber would say. Good God, dude. Listen, it doesn't make me want to excuse Amber's behavior by any means. She's a full-grown adult, a full individual, okay? She could have been like Tammy and actually chose to do better. But oh my God, was she just set up with the worst possible examples around her in life at almost every turn. And she has the gall to say that the foster homes is what was bad? Girl. Ugh. Sounds like that might have been a lot better of a situation than what you ever could have gotten from your family. I don't know. She seems real bitter just about everything. Which, if I had a family like that, fuck. Probably would be too.
yes. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, but I'm mad that you lied about it. But, you know, talk about a mind fuck. I've been through it. You know, and now she's really
Jordy. The fucking faces he pulls. I want to know if Tammy, happens to have this pulled up and sees the faces he pulls during it, but it's so funny.
cancer. Documented. I see it with my own eyes in her results, and that's when it became real. Not when she said it, when I got to see it.
Why do you think she did it? Because your dad was getting all the attention from actually having it. She had to have it too to get attention?
My mom is an extremely lonely woman.
Well,
Partly because it's like kind of like when you're a certain way your whole life. You know, no one wants to think at the end of the road, right? They just want to just do what they're doing and just think at the end it's going to all be okay and they're going to just live happily ever after, and that's not the case. My does have like the voice and like the face, kind of like that resting bitch face, and she comes across like she's mad all the time in her voice. And I can vouch for that. That's not always true, but she does come across that way, and that's something she's battled with her whole life.
Okay, well, hey. Yeah, can't keep a diva down like that. Resting bitch face has saved me a lot in life, so I consider it a prize.
That plays a part. She don't have a lot of friends. She's in sexless freaking relationships.
Oh my god. You know what? Be careful what you wish for, Jordan. You wanted the family drama. Well, you're fucking getting it. Fuck.
Great time, which I just couldn't imagine. So that starts messing with you.
Well, yeah. I think that's Amber's main problem, dude. She hasn't gotten fucked in so long. She's going fucking crazy, literally. Like a chimpanzee in a cage just...
Doesn't even sleep in the same bed as her partners, her current partner, her ex-husband, like separate rooms kind of stuff.
Okay, well, hey, that's whatever. To each their own.
Loneliness, no compassion,
Yeah.
no one that sits with my mom and watches a show, does anything. Still to this.
But she has a partner? What? Okay. I don't know.
Well, it depends what she wants to call him from day to day based on his actions. But her caretaker, her live-in roommate, her ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend, I don't know what.
Oh, that's not. No, for real. This should have been a novel.
Whereas today, but he still lives in the house and has, 12 years, I think, something. He's 99% of the time out in the garage because he can't stand to be around my mom. Her ex-husband.
What the fuck? This is so weird.
The same thing. Same garage. I mean, it's just weird. So she's a very lonely person, and she wants the attention. That's why she does all the medical stuff.
Oh, shit.
And that's... Okay, so I didn't talk to my mom for about 2 years.
I'm just joining what's going on. Imagine jumping into this midstream. Holy fuck.
For that happened. I was devastated. And
what year was this?
about 15 years ago.
Okay, so like 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just thinking of the timeline.
Yeah. And then my sister, she did play a huge part of getting me and my mom talking again. My sister trying to use her newfound spirituality of forgiveness, and we only got one mom, and blah blah blah, and just.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, that sounds productive.
Stuff, and everyone says that, oh, you want to go.
But that should just be a door, or a stepping stone into proper healing. That should not be the healing in and of itself. You know what I mean? I'm totally here for, like, we need to work on our forgiveness of each other. Because, family, I get that 1,000%. What comes after that conversation, though, is therapy. You need to go to therapy. Whether it's individually, or I would recommend if it's for family issues, you go as a family. Duh. But you gotta actively be working on it and not just saying like, oh well, blessed be, essentially.
Mom, you only got one mom, and it makes me try again and again. I get it. I get it. Yeah, we only got one mom, but
There has to be actual effort, right?
sometimes it's just
You gotta have those tough conversations. And if you're not willing to have those, you will never, grow.
you know.
Oh,
So, man,
it's really interesting to hear you say that she has the tendency to be Googling all of her symptoms and diagnosing herself.
Yeah. Sounds like someone else we know.
Because
Yes, please ask about Jade. Like, what was up with that? Or maybe we should just wait a couple weeks until Amber pisses off Alexis again and then ask Alexis. I don't know. I think Alexis has taken the hint. Girl World's pretty much like side-eyeing her.
all the while you were saying that, I was thinking, I know somebody like that.
oh yeah, that's why I just be like dying because it's definitely similar. And Amber picking up on people's storylines and traumas. Man, have I seen that so much over the last few days. It's like
Amber's, like, this whole family seems scary, dude. This whole fucking family seems scary. Oh my god. And not to be, like, real shady. I don't mean this to be shady. I want to reiterate, there was a period in time where I grew up in a trailer park, okay? So I'm not saying it condescendingly. However, every trailer park has that family. And if you've grown up or ever lived in a trailer park, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Everyone has that family. That's the Johnsons or whatever, that's a random name. I'm not saying anyone.
how can somebody be so calculated and manipulative and it seems like it would take brains to do some of that. But then so damn stupid on the other side of it.
No, that's literally Amber. Holy fuck. Oh, I'm kicking my feet, y'all. Oh, this is heaven.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be a liar and you're going to take you have to be smart.
Yeah, no, dead ass.
gosh, she's so
How you gonna be fucking stupid and try to do one of the hardest things there is to keep a lie straight? I mean, there's a reason why, like, CIA, fucking FBI, whatever, all those people have to go through years of training to calculate that shit. Like, yeah, no wonder Amber can't pull it off too well.
at it. She's so bad at it. Like, even before all this happened, I remember seeing, I don't know if I was watching her or a reaction, but I remember her on live saying, I'll be right back. I gotta I thought she had said dogs. I even questioned, like, dogs. There's not even one dog. But anyway, and then, making it like she had to go down the elevator. But the length of time that she was gone was like, it seemed to me like a minute. And I'm thinking, okay, first of all, she didn't go down in an elevator. And if she did, it would take a lot longer to go down in an elevator and take your dog out and then come back up. I was just like, she doesn't even try to lie good anymore. Like, wow. Incredible.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, does your mom have an aversion to taking medication?
My mom takes a lot of medication.
Yeah.
Just because in this stream we're watching here now, Amber-Lynn is terrified to take blood pressure medicine.
Yeah, but she'll do the Ozempic, right? Isn't that a little bit more dangerous?
What about the bags of McDonald's and all that other shit?
Yeah, and all that. That's what I'm saying. That's just like, it blows my mind when she does stuff like that.
I'm just wondering where she got that from.
I was just about to say how she steals people's things and stuff. Out of anybody in our family, that would describe me. And every member in my family would attest to that. I'm the kind of person that if like, oh, I have a headache. And they'll be like, oh, it's escalated. It's really at a peak. Whew, my head hurts. Most people at that point would take some ibuprofen or some Tylenol, right? I'll keep it, and then it'll take someone to say, well, why don't you take something? I'll be like, well, I'm going to see if it's going to pass naturally. I only take things when I like they say if I take medicine, I'm hurting kind of thing, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And when it came...
I don't think that's the same. I don't. I think Amber does it fully for a different reason. But I also think to a degree how much she protests about it is a bit of a deflection of something. I don't know what, but never know.
Which I did misspeak, and I need to correct that too. When I said I haven't been on medication, or I was in counseling.
Oh, Tammy, none of this matters.
For 16 years and haven't been on medication for about 6 years, I think I said. That's pretty accurate. But I think in 2023, I would have to look it up. There was a couple.
Imagine copying your aunt who hates you. Oh my God.
Period that I was going through a really bad depression. And I didn't want to take medicine, though, because I was one of the people that was, when I was on the medicines for so long, I did look up, side effects, long-term effects, all those kind of things. But I would talk to my counselor about this, and I'd be like, I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life. I get some people need it, and that's fine if you're that. A lot of my stuff was trauma-based. So as you work through that trauma, things change, and sometimes if you're
very true,
like I feel I was able to slowly, under counseling evaluations, break away from my medications to where it was no medicine for a very long time. But then stress got a little high at a certain point, and we were at the doctor's office, and I was there with my husband, and I just started crying. I was at the beginning of the breaking, I guess. It probably did have a lot to do with Amber, but I'm not going to blame it on her, but the time period aligns, I'm just saying.
Listen, it's just another thing on the large pile of what it seems Tammy was already dealing with.
And it just was a little much. And so they asked me if I would consider going back on medication just to get me through that season. It didn't have to be forever, whatever. So I did agree to it. But again, the side effects and the possible long-term effects were greater than what I was going through. So I chose to not do it. So I think if anyone that would come from, it would be closer to coming from my storyline rather than her own. Because I've never seen evidence of it until recent from her. So I think it's just another, and Amber loves to talk about things that nobody else would kind of know that there's an underlying pit. She does it a lot. Have you noticed a lot of the anxiety talk right now, right? A lot of it about feeling like she's her big fear of dying in a car accident. That's 100% me. That is my story. That is not her story.
What?
I have Facebook posts that you could go back and read about my anxiety in a car, and that my number one fear is dying in a car, and has been since a little girl. And me and my husband were hit by a semi. Jesus. And that really affected me to where I would pull off on the side of the road sometimes, crying, calling him or his mother, God, I feel like I'm going to die. Trauma from getting hit by a semi. We were hit bad. And then about 2 or 3 years later, actually the first day of driving home to my house for the first time from work, I got hit by a semi a second time. So I've had some severe trauma. Again, the difference between me and Amber, she would have let that stop her, right? I fought harder. I still drive today. Do I get anxiety sometimes? Yep. I hate going by semis. I hate being surrounded, but I'm not going to let it stop me. My trauma will never stop me.
Everyone's just twice? Sorry.
that's just what I wanted to share with Amber. You know, we go through hard times, but you don't have to let it stop you. If anything,
Jesus fucking Christ, that's some Final Destination shit. My God.
Make it be your story to help other people.
Right? How unlucky is this poor woman? Not only was she hit by 2 different semi-trucks, but also she's related to the Reeds. The fuck?
You're like, you don't have to let that stop you. Push through it. Get to the other side, you know? I still battle with anxiety every single day of my life, but I work through it. Use the 5 senses. You know, my husband so many times has to tell me, Dave, name 5 things that you see. Name 4 things that you can touch. You know, it goes down the line to bring me back. That's my battle, and she knows that. So it's just little cuts like that I just makes me despise her more and more daily.
It really is almost as if she's not her own person, and she's
No, she isn't. I've been saying this. She's a shell.
stolen stories of your sister, you, your grandma, any.
Yeah.
Amber is an oversized semi-truck. Okay, so Tammy's been hit by 3 semis in her life. Damn.
Family members.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of crazy stuff.
Well, again, Tammy, I appreciate you coming on here and having.
Yeah.
So much for letting me get that out. That was a few things that, you know, I've just been hearing, and I'm just not, you know,
You know what, Tammy? We're always ready for more.
And all that kind of stuff. I'm still in process, you know?
Yeah.
There's times where I see something and I'll answer a question, or, you know, it feels good to talk it out a little bit, but, you know, I'm just taking it day by day right now. But just, there's a lot of hurt and a lot of acceptance going on. So,
Yeah.
but I will come out on the other side.
Yes, you will.
You know, I have no doubt on that. So, but thank you again for just letting me talk. Just
Anytime.
I
Anytime.
appreciate you guys. I never in my wildest dreams would think that my niece's reactors would be part of my healing process.
Oh.
But that's just,
I mean, you know what? Hey.
that's the way life is, right? It's so crazy. It works in mysterious ways. At least my God does. So I thank him.
Yeah, I mean, Amber-Lynn loves to call us the hate channels, the haters, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we all didn't start out that way. I mean, I've grown to be more apathetic toward her, but I didn't start out that way.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Won't be the last talk.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna clip it there. Alright, this is long as shit. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, listen. When the tea is good and the finna is gag, it says I am dead as a child. What do we think, y'all? What do we think? I could see how this seems like this is kind of really what pushed pushed Amber over. I was I guess a little confused as to what was leading Amber into like releasing the information that she did. Now I know. Now I know. Crystal clear. Okay, so Pookie. Interesting. I'm not sure how she's going to recover from this one, but I am still going to keep an eye out for, I mean, anything from Amber, of course, but as well as anything from Tammy, because, I mean, Tammy really just kind of said without saying it that obviously, like, what Amber said is not true with that post, but I don't know if that's all we're going to hear about it, you know what I mean? So we'll see. I have a feeling we'll probably hear more from Jordy and whatnot in the future. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning on in and joining me. Truly do appreciate y'all, and I hope everyone had a good laugh. I hope y'all, are going to have a beautiful, wonderful weekend, a great Friday. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Once again, Gooby and I hope everyone has a beautiful, wonderful weekend, and we will catch you in the next one. Take care.